We are back to the warehouse for Blitzball Battle 5. MacFlurry has lost a game. Whoa. Let's talk Blitzball. Welcome to the Blitzball Boys, the podcast about Blitzball and boys, but lately about Blitzball. I'm your co-host, Brendan Ruppel, along with my fellow host, Peter Del Rey.
Hey, Brendan. In a game that we thought was going to be exciting, we got a snooze fest.
We got a stinker.
We got a
Hit the fart button.
stinker. Which button?
Big fart diarrhea shit. There we go. I mean, for a lot of this, I was entertained because the pitching is phenomenal. Like, I love watching
was great.
Tyler Proof pitch. It's incredible.
The pitching was
Eventually,
great,
you're
but-
like, all right, let's get this over with. And you're going to have these games here and there.
Right.
It's okay. They can't control it.
I can.
They do the best they can. You can. If Peter was there, he would
If
have
I
put a
was
stop to
there,
this.
I would have put a stop to it. Don't you worry. The game would have started. They would have thrown the first pitch. I would have been like, guys, wait a second. Something's not right. Chakra's off.
Chakra's off. Let's open up
Chakra's
these
off
chakra
here.
channels.
Let's open up these channels. You know, open up every door in the building, please.
Let's get a wind turbine in here.
Let's get a wind turbine, please. Put it behind Tyler Poof when he's batting.
So the strikeouts turn
Nobody
into
else.
home runs.
The pitches don't even reach the plate. But Brendan, I know that you were talking about how this is going to be a very long burn for you.
Yep.
So why don't you just go ahead and start burning?
Okay. Well, here we go.
Here we go.
Lucenzo Cabinetti smacks a single to left side, and that's our ball game. Forgotten Ron wins 0-0.
But when did he do it?
Who knows? I don't know.
You don't know. Nobody really knows.
Top of the fifth?
This game didn't
Bottom of the sixth?
happen,
I don't know.
guys. This game didn't happen. It was batting practice.
It was.
Really pitching practice.
It was
I mean,
pitching practice.
we were looking at this. Spoiler alert, nothing happened until the at-bat offensively.
Right. Except Collinstone does hit a pretty hard double, but ends up meaning nothing.
Right. It got to there were 3 hits total in this game. 5 walks. Not good when the walks almost double the amount of hits.
Mm-hmm.
It looked for a point. There was a point where I was like, this is really funny and poetic that Forgotten Rotten got a no-hitter in their last game, and up until like the second to last batter in the game, they were being no-hit before Lucenzo Cabinetti, a.k.a. Shelfy, a.k.a.
Yeah.
Daniel Michael Daniel Shelfy.
Daniel Michael Daniel.
We learned his middle name. We're
Yeah.
not going to use it, Dan.
No.
We're not using it, but we learned it. It'll be our secret. It's
Just
Frank.
like Peter's landline number.
You want to know a funny story about Frank? When I was in middle school taking Italian class, there were 2 Peters in my grade, and we were both in the same Italian class. And he was always he was a lot more over
Handsome.
the top, and I was a very shy guy. He was much
Probably.
more handsome, so
Right.
he would tell me what to do. I'd be like, okay, Dad. So he was like, we need to get this other Peter a new name. And I am born very early in the year, January, famously. And so I was like, all right, how about whoever's older is Peter? When were you born? He goes, December 12th. And I go,
Fuck!
all right. I said, you got me. You
All
beat
right,
me
I'm
at
Frank.
my own game. What should I be? And he goes, how about Frank? So from
That's your real name.
from 7th grade until senior year, everybody who was in that Italian class called me Frank. So
Wow.
there you go, Daniel Michael Shelfy. I'm Frank. So you have to
I'm
change
Frank.
your middle name. Got to
Yeah.
change your middle name.
Let me be Frank.
Let me be who?
Oh.
You know what, Dan? Let me be Frank.
Let me be Frank.
Let me be Frank. Yeah, stinky game, poo-poo game
Caca game.
on the offensive side.
What do we learn about these teams in this game, though? I learned that every
Pitchers.
single player in this game could pitch. All
Every
4
single
dudes can pitch pretty
It's
damn
something
well.
that we talked about in our PPPs, our Peter profile and projections.
Oh, man. FPPs,
Our
Frank's.
in our
Profile projections.
there you go, you got it there. Our TPPs, we talked about how to win this tournament, and MacFlurry Power proved it last tournament. You need 2 pitchers,
Yeah.
and you don't need 2 elite pitchers. You just need 2 pitchers, one who's elite, the other one who could just get the job done.
Yeah.
Trevor has been looking elite. Shelfy can get the job done. Even though in this one, Shelfy did a really efficient job,
great.
only throwing
Yeah.
16 pitches. And then on MacFlurry Power, Colin, I wrote this a bunch in my notes. He's getting there.
He looks
He's
better
not
this
there
time.
yet. He
Yeah.
looked way better this time.
Yep. Yep.
Way better this time. And K-Mac is also pretty good.
The one thing about Collins so far is he's struggling now to find the strike zone with the riser. I think he's found the speed with that one a little bit better, but he can't find the zone. He also seems like he can't throw anything over the top under the speed limit still. Because the 2 times he threw like a over the top 2-seamer, it was like 74. And he just kind of gave up on that. So I think Forgotten Rotten, knowing he couldn't throw anything over the top, they were always looking for that lower arm slot that they were able to fully take that out of their vision.
Right.
So that helped him a lot. And then also the Shelfy talks about later, him figuring out how to see that slider coming in on him, going away from him
With
a
his
little bit better.
eyes.
With his eyes.
Who would have known?
He was closing his eyes every at bat until
Every at bat.
the first single.
He would say, "Stop, stop, stop! I'm closing them now."
No.
And then he'd close his eyes, and then
Get pretty close
wouldn't
still.
see the ball. Wouldn't see the ball.
To me, Trevor looks better on the mound than he
Tyler.
ever has. Tyler, sorry. He
On
looks
the
really,
mound?
really good. I've never seen him look this good on the mound.
Yeah, he's incredible on the mound.
So in control. He could throw 6 different pitches for strikes anytime. Like they were saying in the booth too, like every one of his pitches is competitive as well. He doesn't really have one of those weirdo like, ooh, this one slipped away.
Yeah, his riser
Never.
might be the best pitch in the warehouse.
Yeah. And that one he throws
think-
like you can see him trying to throw it so slow, and like the slowest version of it still goes 66.
I mean, last tournament it was obviously, I don't remember what it was. It was Colin Stone's something.
Oh, it's hard because it was like the combination of the riser and sinker, just
Right.
That tunnel.
And in this one, it seems pretty clear that like he was getting K-Mac bad swinging underneath his fastball.
Yeah.
Like there were multiple times where it was a fastball, you saw it go down, and then it just stopped, leveled. And
Yeah.
K-Mac got tricked to shit, and he was swinging well below where that ball was because Tyler's got a killer riser. Just that simple. Like we've seen he had this riser for, I want to say this is his 3rd tournament with like a really good one. But it's just natural to him. That's the
It's just
thing.
his
Like,
straight over the top throw. Just that he has that, and it's
Yeah.
amazing. Like with him being in such control, he's able to actually pitch a sequence. Like he's actually
yeah.
pitching, and not just like trying to get his nastiest pitch over the plate. He knows all of them will hit the plate if he wants them to, so he can really just play with the eye levels and the speed of what a batter's expecting.
Yeah, like there's always the joke of like when you fucking take the ball and you throw it way too high. It's like, oh, it's just changing the eye level.
Yeah,
changing
yeah.
the eye levels. Trevor feels like he's one of the few in the warehouse who actually can mess with the eye levels appropriately.
Yeah.
So he's a great pitcher. Everybody in this game has been a great pitcher so far during this tournament. Like just taking a quick look at things, they're all very efficient guys. I think between all of them in this tournament, there have been 1 run given up.
Wow.
You know, they're
Yeah.
between all 4 of them in this tournament, and it was in the hook, line, sinker game where Colin gave up 1 run. Like that's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
For 2 guys who played 2 games, 4 guys who played 2 games each. What's
That's
going
crazy.
on?
I know what you mean. I'm on board.
I'm trying my best, Brendy. Not doing a good job today.
Best isn't good enough.
Breast isn't good enough.
Come on, Peter.
I'm a thigh guy.
I'm a thigh guy. You know it. You know it. We're on the same page. We're on the
You
same
know
page.
it.
I have a good question for you. Is this
I'll be
year's
the judge of
Forgotten
that.
Rotten the new hook, line, sinkers?
Ooh, what a good question.
See, oh, I got you there.
It is a good question because I thought that you were going to ask if they are this year's MacFlurry Power. But
MacFlurry
you're
Power
saying
is still
because
MacFlurry
they're not
Power.
hitting very well.
Right, but they're still pitching the shit out of the ball.
The only reason that I would say no would be because I trust Shelfy and Trev to put it together at the plate. I mean, Trev
Yeah,
has the
I do.
pedigree that we know of to hit well.
Right.
Right now, not great. The lowest batting average of anybody in the tournament who has recorded 1 hit
Yep.
Because you have Drew, Lou, and Joe's who haven't recorded any hits yet. Trevor's at a killer 1.125. Yeah,
The first half of this game, I gave him a pass because Colin was dicing him up. But then when it came to the K-Mac at bats, I don't know what he was swinging.
I have no idea.
It was tough.
But he only gets one more chance potentially.
Yeah.
Because if he loses the next one, he's out. Oh, that's not true. I think that
they get a
they
bye.
were saying they play Love Ya for the chance to get a bye.
Okay.
Is that what it is?
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
I don't know the rules on this bracket.
It's a little confusing to me.
We need a graphic.
We need a graphic. Put it up.
Put it up.
Here's the
I guess
graphic.
we could. I'm not going to do that.
But yeah, there's not much more to say about this game, right? I mean,
Yeah.
do you have anything else that you really want to say before we
No,
get into
I guess K-Mac struggled early on, and then he figured it out. Seems like he's still trying to find that that right to left movement pitch, the slider type thing.
The slider.
I mean, but it got Trevor to strike out like 3 times, so it's sort of
This
working.
is called the apple slider.
That sounds really good.
Pretty good.
That's good.
Apple slider, Brendan's new pitch in Blitzball.
Is that like
Go to his field.
a burger that you get on like an apple cider donut bun? Sounds good.
Yeah, caramelized apples on top.
Okay, there we got something cooking.
All right, Applebee's, call me up.
Like, no, we don't serve apples. You guys know this about us.
Yes, you do. Come on. Player of the game.
Player of the game.
The Applebee's burger is just an apple covered in honey in between bread.
I'll take a bite.
Oh, yeah.
My player of the game
Brendan's player of the game.
is Daniel Shelfy. Cabinetti, Lucenzo.
Daniel Shelfy.
Way to go.
Way to go, Daniel.
You're the only guy that pitched and also got some hits, and they were meaningful. You were toe-to-toe with all the other guys as far as pitching went. You had that big moment. You had the Sevy roar. You got some good stuff there, kiddo. I can call you kiddo because I'm in my 30s now.
Brendan can call you kiddo because he's in his 30s and you're not.
I can call you champ if I wanted to.
He can call you champ. So watch your fucking step.
Well, you better watch it.
You better watch it.
These are starting to get aggressive, these players of the games.
Yeah, we're getting mean. Well, we're mean. We've established
Yeah,
this
right.
already.
But now we're
mean.
crossing over into aggressive territory. And I kind of like it.
Hey, don't flinch, Dan.
Oh, you got me.
Oh, I got Brendan too.
Sorry.
Hopefully you didn't, Dan.
We were talking about
only
last
player
night
in
at
this
dinner.
game- Go ahead.
My dad's famous story about my mom is that anytime she'd be getting into the car and she would walk in front of the car to get to the passenger side, it didn't matter if she knew it was coming. If he honks the horn, she would flinch and jump in the air. She'd jump like 10 feet in the air, like an idiot. And she would stand in front of the car sometimes and go, "Don, don't honk." And he would go, "Okay," and honk the car, and she'd still get scared.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
good.
we're a flinching family.
Flinching family. Me too. My family's not a flinching family, but I'm a big flincher.
Yeah, I'm a
One
big
time,
flincher.
famously, my ex-girlfriend jumped out from behind a wall to scare me as I was coming downstairs. I threw myself backward and put my elbow through the wall. I don't remember if I told that on this podcast.
I just know this story.
But I told Brendan recently, again. I jumped backwards, fully put my elbow through the wall. Only player in the game to not record a walk as a pitcher, Daniel Michael Shelfy.
That does it. That's good.
Really good.
I really like
strikeouts.
Shelfy's like hard slide. He's got like a it's in between a slider and a cutter. Like it slides more than a cutter, but doesn't slide as much as a slider. It's a slider. No. Oh, no.
Parents, get your kids out of the room.
I thought we'd get through this whole one without being rated R. Here we go. It's not
rated
so
R.
bad.
XXX.
But they were talking about apples and burgers before. Now they got sluts in this episode.
Rude. It's rude. All right, I'll put myself in jail.
Yeah.
Who's the warden?
The duck. It's
The duck's the warden.
Duck's the warden. They also great adjustment at the plate too. Recognizing that slider, understanding what you had to do, and stop being so close, and you open up your stance, and you have more time to see that pitch coming from behind your back.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Behind your ass.
Behind
He
your
really
ass.
did. He full on figured Colin out. Good for him.
Yeah.
And let's go straight into our play of the game.
Play the game.
And our player of our game makes it our duck of the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Daniel Michael Shelfy, never calling you Frank, Lucenzo Cabinetti. He gets the walk-off hit in the at-bat off after making the adjustment we just talked about against Colin, opening up a little bit so that he could go through and just ping, tap that ball over. Forgotten Rotten wins the game. They go 2-0 for the first time in how long?
Shelfy, you've earned yourself the first ever apple slider.
The first ever apple slider of the game, and I believe our second ever duck of the game. Good job, Daniel.
Way to go.
Way to go.
Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Oh, ooh. And now we have... We can actually do this segment.
We could actually do it this time.
Yeah.
This is our... what to watch for?
WTWF. Right? What to watch for. Yep.
What did... We had sound for this, right?
I think we did.
Hit one.
No, we already have one of those.
Yeah.
You have one of those, too.
Yep.
How about this one? You have that, too! I don't have any
have
original
all
ones over here. I don't know.
I just hit all the buttons at the same time.
Let me hear you. Let's find another.
Roulette Me Love You.
Oh, cash register? How about cash register?
All right.
Okay.
Brendy, you get first choice today. Del Caribe versus Baggage. Which team? Who are you watching? On what team and why?
Okay. This is similar to when we were looking out for Lovia's second game. I think we were both kind of on the train of like, let's see what Dalton can do in this next one. If he can keep up if he can stay on the love train. I want to look out for Jimmy to see if he can continue to hit. I really want to see him continue to hit. If he can, I think Baggage maybe can finally turn around their bad luck. And if they can get a win in the regular season, they put themselves out of contention for that play-in game. And they don't want to be in the part of that play-in game. Everyone expects them to be there. They've been in a play-in game before in Blitzball Blitz, and it did not fare well for them at all.
They've also been in a play-in game in Blitzball Battle 3.
Did they lose it?
They lost to Del Caribe.
So they're 0 for 2 in play-in games. So let's stay out of it. Let's go 1-1. Let's go straight to the quarterfinals.
Pinstripe strong, I guess.
Let's do it.
Yeah, Chris Rose was saying that Baggage has never beaten Del Caribe or Pinstripe Strong. So that's going to be interesting to watch. Jimmy famously, as you said, went 5 for 6 in the first game. Let's see if he could keep it up. What they really need, though, is their pitching to work. Jake seemed to be pretty good on the mound, but Jimmy needs to put it together. He allowed 5 last time. Can't be doing that again, or else it's kaput.
Kaput.
Kaput. Hey, it's a me. It's a kaput. Thank you for leaving my namesake, Del Caribe, for me.
You're welcome.
And on the same side, I want to see Lou hit. I don't think that Lou is going to be very happy after his first game, after they got no hit. Lou, I think, is going to come with a vengeance, start hitting those classic Lou dab doubles,
especially
that we know and
Baggage.
love.
Who knows, yeah. But he hasn't seen Jake pitch the way he pitches. He hasn't
no,
seen
he hasn't.
Pat Neshek.
Yeah, the fucking... I hate that. I hate watching. But whatever. I want to see Lou get back into the swing of things. If Lou can't get it started in this game, and by get it started, I'm saying, Brendan, like he needs at least 3 solid hits. Not like 2 solid hits and one where it's like, oh, we bobbled it. Yeah. We need Lou Dab to get 3 really good hits. Otherwise, I can't see Del Caribe going much further. Joe's is whatever. If Joe shows up, Joe shows up. Don't care. We need Lou for this team to be good.
If they lose this game, I think they're done. But it's going to be a good game, though. If they lose this game has got such good juice. This is my favorite matchup in the warehouse. My favorite.
More than me.
More than you.
Oh, man.
You seem like you liked that answer.
No, I don't.
Good stuff. What's your favorite warehouse matchup? As we stand now.
Of all time?
Like what would you pick if you could pick? What would you think the best game would be?
I always like We Got Ice versus Forgotten Rotten.
Okay. All right.
That's always a fun one.
Baggage. We got Baggage and Del Caribe is just such a slop fest. It's like such a warehousey game.
Yep.
And anything can happen. It's so chaotic.
Guys, comment below what your favorite
Oh,
warehouse
look at
matchup
that.
is.
2 for 2 with these.
We love getting engaged with you guys in the comments.
Yeah.
Brendan responds to literally every single message that you will post on the YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Someone recently got engaged in our comment section, so congrats to them.
No. Brendan.
It's a hard no.
Brendan did, though. This is real. Brendan did contribute to the fandom of 2 people who did end up getting engaged. That's a real thing.
That is true.
In one of Brendan's
bonded
other
over our Gossip Girl rewatch podcast. They bonded over it, and through the years of us doing it, they got engaged and married. So
congratulations.
We bring lovers together. We always have, always will.
We bring lovers together. Get your girlfriend or boyfriend in the comments. Kiss them in the comments.
We also haven't gotten anyone. No one's gotten it right yet. We're still taking guesses on Peter's landline number.
Yep. Well, because the episodes are being posted concurrently, we already talked about this. That's why we're in the same shirts and hats.
That's why no one's guessed it right yet, because no one's, I guess, technically
No one's guessed it right yet. But write in the comments. Brendan responds to everything. Brendan, if people write in the comments, what should they be drinking?
Drink Subtle Tea. It's a drink made by me. You can find it at thesubtletea.com. You can get $2 off your order of a 12-pack with code HoppyBoys. The Hoppy Boys is another podcast that I do with my friend Brian where we talk about beer. We recently drank 100 shots of beer in 100 minutes. We got really drunk doing it, as you'd expect, but it was a lot of fun, and there's actually surprisingly some funny parts in it, so go listen to that. Or watch it on YouTube. Probably better off watching it. Watch me hold in a piss for like 45 minutes and be uncomfortable. So look at that on YouTube at the Hoppy Boys channel, and you can also watch this very show on the Blitzball Boys YouTube channel. Please subscribe and get us over the hump of 100 subscribers.
100.
100 humps.
Thank you for listening. As always, if you want to talk to us, you could write to us on the YouTube. Brendan will respond. If you want to talk to both of us, our Twitter names are below us. Peter Posk, Ruppy Puppy. Be great persons. If you live in New Jersey, stay safe from the forest fires. I keep meaning to talk about this and then forgetting. There was a massive one nearby me recently. 1 full week it was burning for.
Yikes.
And with seemingly no like progress being made, and then all of a sudden it was just like one day it went from 20% to 75%, and me and my wife were like, oh my God, thank God. When we step into our garage every day, even now, we're smelling smoke.
Oof. Wow.
So it's been quite a while over a week now for that. If you're in New Jersey, stay safe.
Yep.
Make sure you're staying up to date on the fire safety bulletins that are being posted. You know, don't light any fires, obviously. Beyond that, Brendy.
Got anything else you want to talk about?
Nope. Bye.
Bye-bye.